Formality, if you could say and spell your name to make sure we get it right.
My name is Daniel R. Miller, D-A-N-I-E-L, middle initial R, last name M-I-L-L-E-R.
Okay, great. Go. Good. Perfect. Great. So if you would, kind of paint the picture of what your life was like before you came through the Freedom Center.
Prior to coming to Freedom Center, my life was very stressful, unmanageable. Found myself having great difficulties going to work on time or without drugs in my system. A lot of paranoia, a lot of fear about the future, and generally just very, very stressful.
Was there a rock bottom moment where you said enough's enough?
There was two rock bottom moments in my life. The first time, enough was enough on one particular substance, and I chose not to work a 12-step recovery program. And within a few months' time, I found myself back at square one, life being very unmanageable, a new substance that I couldn't control the use of, and I was brought to my knees a second time. And I reached out for help with the Freedom Center at that time. I knew I couldn't do it alone, and fortunately the Freedom Center was made available to me. So.
And now let's talk about that experience, you coming through the Freedom Center, and talk about kind of the uniqueness, the difference that the Freedom Center offers that you don't think anyone else does.
My experience coming to the Freedom Center was one of being very personal, hands-on, one-on-one interaction with real people in real time. When I called the facility, I had a human on the other end of the phone immediately, and within probably a day or two, I was back at I had come into the Freedom Center within a day or two, and did an evaluation. Always felt very well respected, and that my concerns and my needs were of the utmost importance. And sorry.
That's okay.
The question again.
Just
the experience.
Your overall experience here was what was like one of the big takeaway, the lessons you learned.
I'd have to say that the big takeaway from the Freedom Center was being respected by the people here at the Freedom Center, not shunned for anything that I was going through or putting myself through. I felt very respected, and it was a very nurturing environment here.
That's wonderful. And now, what does your life look like after you've come through the Freedom Center?
Yeah. After having graduated the Freedom Center and continuing to work a 12-step recovery program with a sponsor and actively attending meetings, life is a lot more manageable. Sorry.
Okay.
Here's my life now after graduating Freedom Center. Yeah.
Just your you want some water?
Yeah, I have a sip left here.
Take a sip.
Just, yep. Sorry.
If your outlook on life compared to the day before you came to the Freedom Center, now what does your outlook on life look like?
Prior to coming to the Freedom Center, I really had put my dreams aside. And I was struggling just with the day-to-day needs of getting through a day. After having graduated the Freedom Center, I'd have to say that I'm more adventurous. I believe that I can have dreams and I can fulfill them through hard work. There's much more promise in my life now, having graduated the Freedom Center.
That's wonderful. And how long has it been? How long have you been sober for?
After graduating from the Freedom Center, I've now been clean for 2+ years, actively working a program of Narcotics Anonymous. Something that was introduced to me here at the Freedom Center was the 12 Steps of Recovery.
Okay, that's wonderful. I want to give you a fill in the blank. If you could just repeat the first half, and then whatever comes to mind or feels right, fill it in.
Okay.
Thanks to the Freedom Center, my life.
Thanks to the Freedom Center, my life is my life again. I'm no longer controlled, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Start me off again?
Yeah. Thanks to the Freedom Center, my life.
God, stop stressing, Dan.
That's okay. You're
I
doing
need
great.
to be stressed.
No, you sound great. Take a moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks to the Freedom Center. Oh God.
That's okay.
Start me off again.
Thanks
my
to
life.
the Freedom Center,
Yes.
my life.
That's a tricky one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I had started off and tried to repeat the same thing I said.
Or maybe
Thanks to the
something-
Freedom Center.
Something else might fit.
Thanks to the Freedom.
We can go on to another one. Always come back to that.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay, that's fine. How about the Freedom Center is unique because.
That's hard because I don't have many other experiences.
Okay, maybe this. How about a great thing about the Freedom Center is.
A great thing about the Freedom Center was one-on-one counseling in conjunction with our nightly meetings. The one-on-one counseling was a time to be personal with one particular therapist at the time and really build a trusting relationship with that person, working through some of my issues and some of the issues I was experiencing in life.
And here I have another one, kind of a take on that first one. The Freedom Center helped me to.
The Freedom Center helped me to realize that I have a disease known as addiction and that I am powerless over that disease. However, I am not hopeless or helpless over the disease.
Great. Very well put. And now we'll do a little introduction where you'll say your name and then you can just do first name if you want. You don't have to. And then follow it up with, and thanks to the Freedom Center, I've been clean and sober for over 2 years.
Yeah.
So you can look right into the camera for this too.
So say my name and clean time.
Yeah. And thanks to the Freedom Center. Okay, and when you're ready, I am rolling.
My name's Dan, and thankfully I've been clean for 2 years. Can we do that again?
Sure, yeah.
Yep.
And okay, I'm rolling.
My name's Dan. I'm very grateful to the Freedom Center for their help in 2+ years of clean time.
Nicely put.
Yeah?
Perfect.
Yeah?
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.